year night, and then obviously cap it off with Highmarsh Stadium with the final. I would like to hope that we will see a crowd. Our aim is 6,000 to 8,000 people at Highmarsh Stadium.
Well, we will most definitely support that and promote that for you, as we do with most things regarding the competition. Speaking of promotion of the sport, or lack of, for many years now the local football has been neglected basically by mainstream media, because when you're looking at community media, all the community outlets, they've been there for, some of them 15 years or so. Some people have been involved in the game for over 40 years. Especially this year, I have to say, the promotion has increased. It's out there, it's in your face, people are noticing it, we're getting feedback from people. The Messenger newspaper's been very, very good. They've got a lot of positive feedback, as has advertiser then has to follow suit, because if Messenger is promoting a lot, advertiser has to keep up with them. And I think that people are very, very happy with what's been happening this year.
Oh, that's really good feedback to hear. Certainly the office has worked extremely hard. Dimitri Peppis has worked hard with the Messenger Press and has really generated some interest there. And in my local Messenger, the coverage is fantastic. We approached the advertiser. Obviously things were going to be tight this year without a major sponsor. In the past we had paid quite a bit of money for advertising through the advertiser newspapers, and I'm pleased to say that Peter Dorr and the team, Val Migliaccio, etc., have really got behind the local sport. I think that the position of football in South Australia is the main avenue for that to occur. When we get to the Final Five series, we will have a very structured advertising campaign where we'll be focusing on the advertiser, as well as Messenger newspapers, as well as the community support areas, and obviously through radio. So I'm confident that it will work. We're going to focus on a carnival type 5-week campaign, and let's hope that it works. If it doesn't work, we'll review it next year and then go from there and change our tact if we need to.
Now, of course, as you said, the major sponsorship, a great announcement with Divine Homes coming on board now, looking after the top 5 series this year, and then looking after the 2009 and 2010, supporting all 3 men's leagues. Now, Steve Waitman, the General Manager of Divine Homes, said that their involvement at local level underpins their business strategy for South Australia. They resisted requests from other sporting bodies and were impressed with the level of presentation given by the FFSA, so that's great on your behalf. What did they specify that was, the presentation, or what were they in favour of?
Well, basically, all sponsorship proposals, you put together a presentation. It was delivered, was focused on that 5-week advertising campaign to provide, obviously, great benefits to the sponsor. We showed a commitment to Divine Homes, and we are delighted with the sponsorship proposal. It's up to us now to work in partnership with Divine to make it work.
Now, I mean, for Ben, this is very exciting news, because basically the State League was sort of, if I can say, for wanting a better word, snubbed without a sponsorship last year. Now you've got sponsorship on all 3 leagues. You must be very excited about that as well.
Definitely. I mean, I think it's fantastic for the sport as well. A name like Divine Homes, it's associated with Lee Matthews and the Brisbane Lions and those type of things. So the exposure straight away is great. And certainly for the State League this year in particular, with the top 5 coming back, and I know that the top 2 teams essentially get promotion, but the opportunity to play in the top 5 final series is something that a lot of the other teams who are just a little bit off the pace look forward to and fight for that 5th spot or that 4th spot come the end. So yeah, it's certainly it's good, and for the Federation and Michael, I know, having met Michael before, I think it's fantastic for the Federation to have that sort of sponsorship on board.
If I can just add that.
Yeah.
What the sport needs to do is really attract these top quality brands. We have Divine Homes now, we have McDonald's, we have Westpac Bank, we have Adidas, Top Corner Sports, and a range of sponsors. We, as a collective group with a large number of players, will attract, there's no question, will attract corporations that will want to be involved. It's up to us to deliver exactly what we're going to retain them. When we start to build on that, I think hopefully it'll be a snowball effect, and we will really be a strong organisation in South Australia.
I hope so too, because it's, as I said, something that's been lacking for a little while. Look, unfortunately, I'd love to be able to ask you more questions, but unfortunately we're running out of time. As is, we're very quick with this show, we don't have much time. I'd really like to thank you very much for giving us your time coming on to see us here at Full On Football. I'd also like to formally say thank you very much for the support that FFSA has given us with your sponsorship donation that you gave us this year. It's very, very much appreciated. As you understand, it's an expensive business, and to get support from FFSA, the governing body, is very important for us. And as well for the viewers out there to be able to bring this program. So once again, thank you very much for doing that for us.
Thank you for providing the service, Natalie. I think that all the community stations need support, and we'll continue to provide that support moving forward, and hope you continue, because you do a good job.
Oh, thank you very much. I love what I'm doing anyway. So look, again, thanks very much, and hopefully we'll be able to catch up with you closer to the top 5 series, have you back on and talk about what's happened since this time.
Anytime.
So, thank you very much. Appreciate it. We're going to go for a short break now, but we're going to be back with more on Full On Football, so stick with us.
Here we go.